This is Maddie.
And I'm Will.
And together we are Maddie Will TV. And today we're going to be playing Who is Most Likely To. So our mom's going to be reading off questions. And we're going to each hold up, like let's say she said like something. We hold up who's most likely to. Me or Will. Or Maddie or me. Okay. First question, please.
Okay. Who is most likely to be mad all the time?
Will.
Who is most likely to lie? Who is most likely to be afraid of spiders?
Me.
Who is most likely to eat dog food?
Maddie.
Who is most likely to embarrass themselves?
You know what? Yep, Maddie.
Who is most likely to faint if they ever met Dan TDM?
Mm-hmm.
Who is most likely to be able to go a week without their computer?
Maddie. I would never do that. I don't know what I'd do. I'd sit in my room and cry, and I'd probably just.
Who?
That's the first time I ever embarrassed myself.
Who is most likely to go into a haunted house? Who is most likely to eat pizza and ice cream together?
Me.
Who is most likely to cry if their house blows up in Minecraft?
Me. No, wait, Will. Think of again! Then fart. Like crying.
Who is most likely to stay up all night?
Me. Don't lie, you fall asleep. Like one time he slept with my dad and said, I'm not gonna go to bed. That's fucking sleep.
Who is most likely to try a new food?
I hate new food. I hate it.
Who
Everything.
is most likely to dance in public?
Me. It'd be me. You can't even dance.
Who is most likely to win a bet?
Me.
Oh. Who is most likely to fart at the dinner table?
Me.
No, Maddie sometimes. Maddie a lot.
No, it's mainly you. You're just like all night.
Who is most likely to eat spicy food?
Me.
Who is more likely to tell on the other?
Me.
I agree.
We've done it ever since Will was born.
Who is most likely to sleep all day?
Me. About sleeping.
Who is most likely to sing in the shower?
Wait. Because when we were doing this, Will said, when my mom said who's most likely to stay up all night, and he said himself, and then he thought, I love sleeping. How does that make sense?
Sing in the shower.
Me.
Okay.
You can't even sing.
Who is most likely to fall off their bike?
Me. A little bit. No, a lot.
Who is more likely to pay $100 million to have a lifetime supply of ice cream?
Will.
None of us would do that. I don't even have $1 million.
I would.
Who is most likely to be able to eat a whole bag of chocolate in 3 minutes?
Me. Next, me and Will are going to be playing 20 questions to get to know us better. So first question, please.
At what age is a person an adult, and why do you think so?
18, because my mom told me.
If you could change one rule that your family has, what would you change?
To have food and drinks in my room.
What is something that makes your family special?
That we get to spend a lot of time with each other, and we do fun activities.
Of all the things you are learning, what do you think will be the most useful when you are an adult?
Math, because if you have children, you will be going shopping for them, and you don't have to add up all prices, and that would take a long time if you don't know how.
Are you a good friend, and why do you think so?
Well, I'm just going to say I'm a good friend. I'm kind of a good friend. I can't say why, because I'm known.
How would the world be different if animals could talk?
It'd be amazing and different.
How?
Because we could talk to animals. And maybe like humans, but in animal form. And it's kind of like having a human trapped in an animal body. That'd be amazing.
Would you cheat on a test if you knew you would not get caught? Why or why not?
I wouldn't, because you never know if you get caught. You know. Because what if there was a secret pen? Because I actually did this once. I'm kidding, I didn't do it. Yeah, but I had a dream about doing it, and my friend told me. Not real though.
If you could grow up to be famous, what would you want to be famous for? If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
Skip school.
What is the best gift you have ever given? Why was it so special?
The best gift. I don't really give gifts. I keep them. Sometimes. All the time.
What is the hardest thing about being a kid?
School.
If you were a teacher and the kids in your class would not listen to you, what would you do?
Okay, kids, go out for the rest of your life. I don't even care.
Where is your favorite place in the entire world?
Florida. In the world. It's awesome. It's warm. And down here in Wisconsin, it's super cold.
If you could give one gift to every single child in the world, what gift would you give? Okay, 2.
Yay. Okay. Money and toys.
If you could travel back in time 3 years and visit your younger self, what advice would you give yourself?
I would say to not watch Ghost Adventures. That gives me hope.
What 5 words do you think most describe you?
Silly, non-concentrated, amazing, awesome, I guess cute. Not really.
If you could invent something that would make life easier for people, what would you invent?
Jetpack.
When was the time that you felt lucky?
When I got that.
What do you think would be the hardest thing about being blind?
School.
If you could make one rule that everyone in the world had to follow, what rule would you make and why?
no more school. And one reason it's boring for me. Everyone in my class goes, I don't want to be here. And one time or something, everyone was singing, school bells for summer.
What age do you think people are considered an adult?
At least after 30 years old.
Why?
Because Dad's only 33.
So Dad's just barely an adult?
No. No. Not at all.
If you could change one rule that your family has, what would you change?
I would change that my mom and dad will not let me go to school.
What is something that makes your family special?
Sassy.
Of all the things you are learning, what do you think will be the most useful when you are an adult?
Money. Adding money together.
Are you a good friend?
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Because every single day I ask my friends if they want to play with me and they say yes, and I do exactly what they tell me to do.
How would you be different? How would the world be different if animals could talk?
Way different.
How?
Because if Daddy could talk, we could know what he's saying when he goes woo.
Would you cheat on a test if you knew you would not get caught?
No, I would never cheat.
Why?
Because then if some of my classmates see me, they might tell on me and they might get in big trouble.
If you could grow up to be famous, what would you want to be famous for?
Singing.
Singing?
And making YouTube videos for my sister.
If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
I would sneak up on Maddie and take her Kindle. And I would make her scared until she would play Minecraft.
What is the best gift you have ever given?
Bathroom.
What is the hardest thing about being a kid?
That you have to go to school and do all this math so hard.
If you were a teacher and the kids in your class would not listen to you, what would you do?
I would spank all the butts.
Where is your most favorite place in the world?
Home. Because all my family's here. And they're
If you could give one gift to every single kid in the world, what gift would you give?
jetpacks.
If you could travel back in time 3 years ago and visit your younger self, what advice would you give yourself?
To make sure that you tell Maddie to play Minecraft with her. Because Minecraft is awesome.
What 5 words do you think most describe you?
Annoying. Cute. Passionate. That's so much. And I also have 2 more. Encouraging. Thankful.
If you could invent something that would make life easier for people, what would you invent?
Invisibility pills.
When was a time that you felt lucky?
When I got back.
What do you think would be the hardest thing about being blind?
Walking the walls.
If you could make one rule that everyone in the world had to follow, what rule would you make?
No more school.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
And like and subscribe.
Goodbye. Wait! We need to make sure they turn on our post notifications so they can see more fun videos just like this.
Okay.
Click that bell icon.
And make